If you are under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey and I'm here with the June installment of the Crack the Vault collaboration with Poetspice here on YouTube. There are several of us, and I will have everyone's link listed below, who are participating each third Friday of the month for the year 2023 using products that we have not used for 6 months, that we have never used and have had at least 6 months. So this time I used a variety of things, and I'll show you what I used, but I made 4 different cards this month with products that either excuse me, I've had for a long time and never used, or I haven't used in a very long time, and a couple things that are even a new twist for me on how the vault is, or how I'm using things that I'm considering vault. So moving right along, because there's a lot to show you. With the first card I used this old paper pad, and then you see it says from Tuesday morning from September 2014. So I've had this paper pad a long time, had never used it, so I used it. Then I use this Cheers set. It's dies and stamps from Made to Surprise. Now, I'm not quite sure that I've had this 6 months, but I know it's been pretty close to that. So I used this circle beer die, and then I think I might have used the happy birthday. Then I used this honeybee stamp gingham set. This I got about 6 months ago in the Christmas sale, or Black Friday sale, not Christmas sale. I believe that's when I got that one. I used a piece of paper from that. This is a newer one. This is My Creative Times, and I've had this one probably a little over a month. This is another one, Elizabeth Crafts. I used several of the pieces out of here. This set I've had about 1.5 years, maybe longer. Then I used one of the Hobby Lobby clearance items. This one I got last summer when it went on clearance, and I used a couple letters out of that. And I don't even know how long I've had this embossing folder. It's by Card Making Magic, but I know I have had it quite a while. Here is a die that I bought late last year. Cocktails and Cake from Tonic Studio. And I used several of the cake pieces and the roses. Then there is this stamp set. This is the Wedding Wishes one. Now, I have not used this particular set. I know I've used other of the sets, but I think I have probably 15 or so of these sets. So I use one of the stamps from this particular wedding set. Then this Card Making Magic set, I used an oval out of here, and I've had this for quite a while, and decided to pull something out. It is actually meant to be a box. Well, it's part of it, can make a box. Then I use this black and white paper that I got last year from Joann's, and I had never used it, and I was looking for a particular paper, couldn't find it. This worked, and it's never been used. And the last few things, I got this die set, this Heartfelt Gate die set. I have used this Tim Holtz die set, and this too is a previous Hobby Lobby purchase. And one thing that I have done with this one and this set from Card Making Magic, that I used a one die out of. I was tired of every time I needed to pull this out because there's 96 dies in here because they have multiples. I finally put these things on some magnetic sheets. And actually right here, I still have some of the scraps from when I cut the magnet sheets up. And they are on adhesive, they're adhesive backed. So I just cut the size, cut what I needed. And so I now have these on magnetic sheets, and I have these words. And it took 2 sheets because these words are quite a bit bigger. But it's a bit more heavier, but now I don't have to dig through these looking for the ones that I want. So that's something, you know, that if you hadn't thought of doing, if you get you some magnetic sheets, that'll make life easier for you. And then finally, I'm using this Crafter's Companion Happy Birthday set. So I will go forward and show you what I have made. And here is the first card that I've made. This is a design that I saw recently on Jennifer McGuire's channel. It is a version of a bridge card, but it's a pop-up bridge card. So as you can see, as it lays flat, but then it pops up when you release it. So when you go to put it in your envelope, it's flat and then it lifts up. And then it's a bridge because there's an opening and then there's something that bridges across the 2 sides. So with this one, it is a birthday card. I use that KI Memories paper pad that I got from Tuesday Morning years and years and years ago when they had them for $1.29. And so I used the balloon paper, and then this is also a sheet out of that paper. It is solid on one side and then it's patterned on the other, so you have a couple choices of how to use the paper pad. So here is the little beer, like toast kind of symbol from the Made to Surprise die set, and the cheers is the stamp from that die set. And then on the sides, I used some of the star paper from that paper pad. And then the back is another sheet of the balloons. The Happy Birthday is from that Made to Surprise set. And then my stamp and my signature. I like the way it turned out. It's really quick and easy to do. So you just need cardstock, some pattern paper, and then, you know, you could bridge it with whatever you want to. You could bridge it with a shape. You could bridge it with like a script word die, whatever you want to bridge it with. And you could make this card in several different sizes. So that is card number 1. For this one I have a little different definition of the vault as far as the products used. Actually, what I did with this card is this flower cluster and this flower cluster are ones that I made previously. I know this one is good year old, over a year, probably a year and a half. This one not quite so old, but I decided to try and pull some things out of the vault that have just been sitting there that I had already made. And this background was one I cut out for a card and didn't like it, changed my thought. So this has been sitting in that little bucket probably for 2 years. So I decided to put them both together. I had this out this mirror cardstock, and then these are actually new, so I've mixed some new with old. And this happy birthday is from that my creative time set. And then on the inside, I used this belated wishes to you, and that was from the Elizabeth Craft letters. I've had these at least a year, year and a half, and had never used them. So this is something else from the vault. And then the paper I have never used before. It's from that honeybee collection. And then, I mean, I've never used it. I probably had it, I might have had it 6 months, maybe a little less. So this is something, sometimes when you go into the vault, you pull out stuff that you pre-made and use them. So that is this card. So I made an envelope, and the envelope has a couple little roses from that tonic cake die set. And then here is the card that goes with it. So I had a coworker ask me to make a card for a wedding for her to give to her friend for her friend's wedding. And so she told me she wanted a regular size rectangle. Pretty much that was all the direction she gave me. She did tell me their colors were teal and silver. And then she gave me their name. So I put their initials at the top of the cake, like a cake topper. Here, might be hard to see, I'm not sure. On your special day is what this says. And here, this layer has roses, and then this layer just has a swirl design. And I have a layer of teal cardstock, mirror cardstock from Crafter's Companion as the first layer, then just some 110-pound paper that I used that, what is it? that embossing folder that I showed you from Card Making Magic with the dots. And then this paper is a piece of paper from that black and white paper collection. And it is not mirrored, but it's like a UV finish, and it has like a floral design on the back of the oval, if you could kind of catch that in the light. Sorry for the glare. Then I put more of the little roses that are on the envelope on the corners of the card, and I did a silver overlay with the teal under and the teal overlay with the matte silver under. I did the cake stand in matte silver, and then there is like a little matte on there that is done in the teal. And then I inlaid the teal hearts into the openings because those hearts were open. So I just cut the teal hearts out and inlaid them. So that's the outside. Then the inside, I just use a plain matte of that matte silver cardstock, and then the stamp set Wishing You All the Love and Happiness Two People Can Share came from that Crafter's Companion set. Then I just did a tag with my stamp on there, and that is the card and the matching envelope. And the last card for today is this golden 50th birthday card that I have made using that Heartfelt Creations Gateway die. Now, I don't know if this has been quite 6 months, but it's getting close to being 6 months. 6 months that this came out. I have never used it, and I had missed out on it the first time when they showed it, so I was able to get it. But this is a very, very nice die. You can have the doors swing open, which I have left them open, but it's just a formality. Because I didn't, originally I was going to put the numbers under there. I was going to put black numbers under there, and then you could see them through there, but then I decided I'll put the numbers on top. So then I have the word cousin from that Card Making Magic set, and then the 5 and the 0 is from that Tim Holtz number set. On the inside, I have that stamp from Crafter's Companion, smiles and laughter, joy and cheer, new happiness that stays throughout the year. Hope your birthday brings all of these and more, filling life with surprises and joys galore. So I just matted it with some of the gold glitter paper that is under this matte gold paper. The back just has my stamp on it, and I used 110-pound cardstock from Michaels and the luxury cardstock from Crafter's Companion. So I like the way this one turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great and a very, very blessed day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again on the third Friday in July for the next installment of the collaboration. Again, make sure that you check everybody's link out below. Give them some love, and thank you so much. Have a great and a very blessed day. Bye-bye.